Our leaders could easily turn this tragic and volatile moment into an historic disaster. They've done it before. This war could get much worse than it already is.
So it's yet again time to dissect the masterful propaganda abilities of our good friend Tucker Carlson at Fox News. You see, at the beginning of his segment, he makes a statement that anybody could easily gloss over, including you and I.
So Joe Biden and his staff so mismanaged the world that Vladimir Putin invades Ukraine after Biden told us for months he could prevent that from happening, and yet all of it is your fault.
Now, what's wrong with that statement? Well, many things are wrong with that statement, but the biggest thing being that it is not the place, the duty, or the job of the United States to manage the world. Because, of course, the message not only from Fox News and other right-wing outlets, but also from CNN and MSNBC, is that much of the issues going on around the world, it's not because the United States is meddling and interfering and intervening in what's happening. No. It's because we're not doing that enough. It's because people aren't underneath our boot enough. It's because we don't have an iron grip enough on the affairs and the business of other people and other land. And then in this clip, he equates sending people to war in Russia to vaccine mandates.
Joe Biden is telling us he will not commit American troops to Ukraine. Biden also claimed he opposed vaccine mandates. So is he telling the truth?
You know, he says that Biden said in his State of the Union address that he wouldn't commit troops to Russia, but he also said that he opposed vaccine mandates. Is he lying about that too? You know, because there were so many other examples that he could have used. He could have used the example of Biden said that he would eliminate much of student loan debt. He could talk about Biden's promises for raising wages. He could talk about Biden's promises for Build Back Better and how much bigger he initially wanted the infrastructure package to be. He could have pointed out all of those things, but no. He equated sending troops to Russia with vaccine mandates in the middle of a pandemic that we're just now starting to scrape out of, still dealing with it, but we're just now starting to even understand what's going on. And he equates those two. Again, masterful propagandist. But the absolute worst point that Tucker Carlson made in this segment is that the Democrats are using what's happening in Ukraine to shut down domestic dissent in the United States because he said they hate populist policy. But the other party is the Republican Party. Yeah, that one, the Republican Party, who continuously lowers taxes for the ultra wealthy, who's totally against the social safety net, who doesn't want people voting, at least in Democratic districts, who, wants to do things like get rid of the education department, who needs the Environmental Protection Agency. Climate change isn't real. Look, I got a snowball on the Senate floor. All of those things. That party, the party who doesn't believe in a minimum wage, the party who's against unions, that party, the party whose was against every Black Lives Matter protest and any type of protest where people gathered to go against, racism, police violence and law enforcement or unionization, any of those things, the Republican Party, that one, the one who's staunchly, openly against it with a bullhorn. Yeah, but no. It's the Democratic Party who wants to use what's happening in Ukraine to shut down domestic dissent. Come on, man. Well, actually, job well done, because you are, in fact, the most watched man on cable news. So you must be doing a good job, at least for the people who believe the nonsense that you put out on a nightly basis.